Welcome back. You're still watching Game On. A quick stop in the world of athletics. We go to Kenya. The Nyayo Stadium has the Commonwealth Games 800 meters champion Moraa has once again she's broken the 400 meters national record. Moraa, the world 800 meters bronze medalist, led from the bell to the clock at 5038 seconds and triumphed during the Kenyan trials for the World Athletics Championship scheduled for August 19 to 27 in Budapest, Hungary. So meanwhile, in the 1500 meters, in the women's 1500 meters, champion Faith Kipyegon set up the stage for a middle and long distance double at the World Athletics Championship when she won the women's 5000 meters at the Kenyan trials on Friday. 2 for Faith Kipyegon. Kipyegon made a light work of that field, winning easily at 14 minutes, 5390 seconds at the Nyayo National Stadium. The 5,000 meters and 1,500 world record holder beat African Games 5,000 meters champion Lilian Cassette to second place. Now, of course, they all punched the ticket to the World Athletics Championship in Budapest, Hungary. While the men's category, we saw a lot of fireworks. African 100 meters record holder Ferdinand Omanyala is through by 10:08 seconds to win the second heat in the men's 100 meters. He had to beat 400 meters hurdles and the 110 hurdles champion Wiseman Were to second place. Great fireworks over there at the Nyayo Stadium. But we've got Stephen Ochieng, an athletics commentator from Kenya, joining us. Thank you so much, Stephen, for joining us on the show.
Thank you for having me. The pleasure is mine.
It's a pleasure to have you, and it's great that we are talking athletics right now. That is your forte. But let's start off with Moraa. She has once again broken that 400 meters national record. It is her fourth national record and the second for this year. Just one woman over there. How does this performance set her up for the upcoming World Athletics Championship in Budapest?
I'm telling you, when it comes to track athletics in Kenya right now, of course, there's Faith Kipyegon, but the second after that list has to be Moraa. Today, she ran an electric 400 meters, setting a new national record once again. And, it showcases the kind of form she is in right now. She's in the form of her life. That's how I describe it, because she set the record just 2 months ago during the Botswana Golden Grand Prix. And again, today she lowered it by 5 seconds because the previous record was 50.44. And today she managed a 50.38. And it's just like a statement of intent of what is to come in Budapest, Hungary, when the World Championships begin next month in August, around 23rd, around thereabouts.
All right, I cannot wait to see Kenyans going all out. Faith Kipyegon, as you did say, competed in the 5,000 meters for the first time in Kenya national trials, and she won dominantly. Does this victory indicate her that she's about to get a double? She's preparing for a double in Budapest?
I mean, I think at this point, there's nothing else Faith Kipyegon needs to do to be vindicated. She's already vindicated as the best female athlete of all time, because setting 2 records in a matter of 1 week, she didn't need to do anything today. We just expected Faith to go on and do her thing as she always does. And she didn't disappoint. She went out on track, running a 5,000 meter for the first time on home soil in front of the crowd that was at Nyayo National Stadium. And they just produced what Faith Kipyegon does. She went and easily strolled to a victory. And yeah, we're just waiting to see if now she'll double in the 1,500 meters and the 5,000 meters. But one thing for sure is when Faith is on that track, be assured that the gold is coming to Kenya.
I am so happy that the women are taking the center stage here, bringing out fireworks in Kenya. But let's talk about the men. The men want to be heard. Stephen, I'm very sure you agree with me. Ferdinand Omanyala, the African 100 meters record holder, he won that final hit in the men's 100 meters event in these trials. How impressive was his performance, looking at the fact that he's coming from the Diamond League, where, of course, he tried his very best. And I remember he finished third, with Akani Simbine finishing second, of course, in one of the Continental Go Tour.
Yeah, like when it comes to Ferdinand Omanyala, he's not an athlete anymore when it comes to sprinting in Kenya, because he's gone and done what many people didn't think a Kenyan could do, because we are not known for the short races. We are known for dominating in the longer races and middle distance races. But when it comes to Ferdinand Omanyala, we call him a revolutionary. There is something he started called Omanyala effect and Omanyala mania. Because of him, people now believe that we can run the short races, we can run the sprints, and that is gone and done. And he's just not doing it by word. He's actually going out there, pushing himself to the very best and just producing the best out of people. So right now, he keeps on dominating the field because he's the best we've got. He wins 10-0-9, he goes under 10, and the other athletes try to follow. So he's just like trying to lead the others and making sure they get the best out of them, pulling the rest to go with him and just fighting for this thing. Because naturally, he's the best locally, he's the best in the continent, and he's just waiting to prove his mettle when it comes to the World Championships in Budapest.
And that is why he has been given that title, Africa's fastest man. Now we're celebrating Kenya on this hand, the trials and what we've seen on day one, but we cannot overlook that doping cases that has been aligned with Kenya national athletics team. How would you describe the overall strength of Kenya's sprinting talent amidst this recent doping suspension and ban?
I mean, currently it's really one of the worrying trends because over the past few weeks, over the past few months, we've woken up to news that a new Kenyan athlete has been banned, a new something has been banned. But we are trying to understand that it's because the doping measures have been ramped up, the doping tests have been ramped up, and they're being done now on a more frequent basis, which is lovely to see. I mean, it's unfortunate to see that some people are doping their way in order to get results. That is not acceptable in the world of sport, but it's impressive to see that we want to run clean, we are ready to run clean. So yeah, it's a menace that is currently in there. So what needs to happen is just these people who are cheating their way to victory are found out and they're banned from participating in the sport. It's something that is worrying, but I'm sure there's some athletes who are still running clean out there, who are still putting Kenya on the map, and who still want to show that, you know what, we are facing this doping menace, but we are going to rise through it, and we are going to show the world that, you know what, this thing we're running is clean, and we're doing it in the most honest way there is outside there.
Okay, they say that if you want to get an excellent result, the process at which you want to get that excellent result must be excellent. So Kenyans are ready to run clean. That is what Stephen Ochieng is telling us right now. Thank you so much. Time it out, friend. We have to go. Thank you, Stephen, for joining us on the show today. And remember to always get your game on.
All right. Thank you for having me.